It's a beautiful sunny day and it's time to clear the junk behind me. Wish me luck. I want to clear all of this. I think I'm going to take that, put it into there, and then take this whole compost section out. And at some point I'm either going to just have 2 or I'm going to turn this into 3 and just have 3 smaller ones. Once I've done that, I can start to put in another bed here. So the clearing continues. I've so far found 2 eggs. Now this is not the first time this has happened. I found eggs before in my compost heap and I'm fairly confident I know who the culprit is. I don't know, maybe someone's giving her boiled eggs? I hope they're boiled eggs. Anyway. I've also found an absolute load of bluebells that are growing up. So I'm going to be taking those out. What I'm doing at the moment is just clearing this one. All the bits I think that are made compost I've put into the middle bin, and then I'm going to keep this one for starting again, or just the top bits that haven't rotted. So, and then once that's done I can move, hopefully clear this whole area and have another bed. Can't begin to tell you how delightful it is in the garden today. It's just glorious. Almost can't see anything. And yeah, the sun is out. I've spent the week clearing this section over here, so I'm going to show you what I've been up to and how I got on. I'm looking at it now in the glorious sunshine, and I already knew this, but it's really brought it home to me how shady that area is going to be. So I might have to have a rethink on what I'm going to plant there, but I think it's worth doing anyway, just because it would be nice to have that extra bit of space. So there's still a lot to do to decide what to do with this area, but I've cleared it, I've tidied it for now. There's still a lot of stuff to shift, but I'm still trying to decide what to do here, because I think actually looking at it, I've sort of been staring at it for quite a while now. Firstly, there's a lot of sticks, which means it's a bit of a haven for slugs and snails, but there's not really much I can do about that because my compost area is right next to my veg plot and that's just the way it is. So yeah, there isn't much I can do, but I had this kind of idea that maybe I'd like hugel culture the bed, but actually and I was going to put a bed in here. There's now this stone here that's in the way, that means that I'm not sure I can put the bed in exactly how I wanted to. And actually what I could do instead is use this a bit more for perennial crops. So I could put I've still got to decide where I'm going to put the asparagus, so I could put that here. It's not very sunny here. This is northwest facing garden, so this bit here is northwest facing, and this over here is you can see the sun is setting just over there at the moment, so I think it gets to about there before it sets. That's pretty much west there, or maybe it is there, and then that's north. It's hard to get orientated, and so yeah, it's just deciding what to do. So I've got some blocks there, and what I could do is just block this off for the time being, because I haven't got any more wood. I've got 2 pieces, I think, of the bed, but I think they're the short ends. So I haven't got enough to even make a temporary bed at the moment. What I could do is make a small temporary bed out of the blocks that I've got, and then just clear some of this and see if I can find more space for any of it. I can't keep putting it on compost, because the compost now has so many twigs in it that at the moment it's just twigs, so I'm gonna have to wait until until maybe the next compost heap will get this stuff. And there is some good compost under there as well. It's just that I would like to sort through it all, because I'm pretty sure there'll probably be some bulbs in there, and there's bound to be plastic and all sorts of junk, because a lot of this was just junk that was already here. So yeah, it's just a case of clearing it. I've still got some of these temporary beds here that I can use, and Al made me a little box so I could use them, and then just sort of, let it evolve from there and see how it goes, especially as it doesn't get much sun. And maybe I could just put a few salad crops in or something, although I think it'll probably maybe this could be the area where I sacrifice crops to the slugs and snails, and this becomes like the wildlife area where I actually encourage some of the predators in. So yeah, maybe it could just be a place where the slugs and snails get to have a free-for-all, and you like to think if you give them a little area, then maybe they'll avoid the rest, but I don't think it works like that, sadly. So yeah, I don't know, is the short answer. But I've cleared it for now. It's less messy, so it was kind of doing my head in a bit just having all that junk over there, so at least that's a little bit better. I've still got all of the slabs. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I think if we do put in a greenhouse, then I'm going to want them inside the greenhouse. So, but I'm such a hoarder, so it's just deciding whether actually it'd be better just to get rid of them, and maybe sell them or give them away. And then there's still loads of wood as well, so I think for now I'm just going to not worry about it. At some point fairly soon, hopefully, I'm going to put in another bed on the lawn as well, just to have. We've decided that the kids don't use it, so we're going to just take over the whole thing, and so this will now be some more beds as well here. Just getting a bit carried away. Yeah. Anyway, it's cold and the sun is, as you can see, starting to set. So well, you probably can't see actually, but I can tell you that it is. So yeah, I think it's time to go in, have a cup of tea, and I think we're solving a murder mystery this evening, so that'll be fun. So it's a lovely day. Well, it's a bit rainy, but it's still a nice day, and it's going to be another day of clearing the plinth at the back. So I thought I would give you an update on how it's all looking. It's all coming together. It's looking much better than it was. So there's still a bit of work to do, but it's looking a lot clearer. It's quite a lot of space, you sort of forget, and when it's all covered in stuff, but there's actually loads of room to do all sorts of things. So I think there's going to be a lot of pots, because I got so many. I managed to pick up a load on Facebook Marketplace a while ago, and yeah, they're all brand new. A lot of them are brand new, so I'm going to have loads of pots up here, because this is actually the sunniest bit of the garden. It's a shame it's covered in concrete, but got to manage with what you've got, haven't you? Think of how many beds I could fit in here, but I'm just going to have to make do with pots, and possibly one day a greenhouse would be nice. We've got loads of windows that we've managed to scavenge from around the place, so maybe one day we'll build a greenhouse. I think it depends on Al's long COVID recovery, because he's still really struggling. He managed to build that shed while he had long COVID, and I think it probably finished him off a little bit and has led to him taking even longer to recover than he maybe would have done if he hadn't have built the shed. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to be doing a bit more clearing, so watch this space. So I'll just put these bits of oak that we had left over in front of the ugly edging of the concrete, and we will fill with some soil and stick in some succulents or something, maybe some little alpine strawberries,